Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having an awesome Tuesday night here, jumping on Facebook Live for you guys. Always like coming on here live. It's definitely something that's fun. I like how they've put this on the Facebook platform. One of the things that I want to share with you on this video, I get a lot of questions. I'm going to walk around, I'm just like sitting down. I get a lot of questions from people just basically saying, hey, when you get a new hitter, you start working with a new client, what are really the first things that you work on with them? And, a lot of times I think they're anticipating that I'm going to say, hey, something along the lines of, you really need to do this mechanic, or you need to work on this drill, or you need to do, something very, very specific, from a drill standpoint or an exercise standpoint. But, at least for me, what I've found the most important thing is basically to really understand what makes the hitter tick and understand how they learn the best. So it's extremely important that when you get in the cage with them, if you're starting to work with a new hitter, it's especially important for if you're a coach, or even if you're a parent working with a lot of different players at the same time, and the off season's coming up, or I should say like January in the winter when you're going to be inside a lot, or just working with a lot of big groups of hitters, and it's really important to just make sure you understand what makes each one of them tick. So is it doing a demonstration yourself, showing them a load, stride, and separation that really makes a difference for them? Is it taking their hands and making their hands make the movement? Is it just talking to them about it? So those are three really check marks for you to go by, basically to look at to see which one's really going to click with them the best. And what I found is most of the time I found really good visual demonstrations of you actually doing the mechanic or exercising the mechanic in front of them and showing them what they are trying to do with their swing. That helps. That's always usually the first one that I go to. Second is going to be basically taking their hands or taking basically whatever mechanic I'm working on and making them feel that movement. That's another thing that really works very well from what I found. And then the last thing I really try to check is audio with them, and basically say, hey, if you guys hear that, or sorry, from an audio standpoint, do they learn more auditory? So those are three ways that I check to make sure that the hitter, first of all, I understand how they learn, and then one of the things that I'll do every once in a while is I will actually have them explain it back to me. So a lot of times, if you're over in the cage and you're sitting there with a guy or a hitter, and you're not quite sure if they get what you're saying or if they're just nodding their head up and down, you can just ask them to repeat it. You ask them to repeat it, reteach it, and I ask them to teach it to me to really make sure that, one, they were actually listening to what I was saying, so when they walk out the doors, they actually can use what I'm trying to get them to do. And then two, when they can re-explain it, that helps them understand it at an even deeper level, because then they're essentially having to teach it to me. So, when I start working with new clients or new hitters, those are really the main things that I do. I really check to make sure that I really can understand what makes them tick, what makes them learn the best, so that I can, quickly help them. Because if I could know exactly how they learn the best, then it's going to be much easier for me to actually implement and make changes quickly with them. Because if I don't know how they learn, if I don't know what the best method for them to learn is, for them from a personal standpoint, it's going to be very different for each hitter. So you just have to test it, figure it out, pay attention, and really watch the details and just see what clicks for them. Because if you can figure out how they learn, and you can really understand that at a deeper level, like I said, you're going to be able to make quite a big difference with them very fast. So, just want to jump on here and talk to you guys about, those things, and you guys will be able to watch a replay here sometime soon. So, but again, those are really the most important things when you start working with a new hitter, is just really make sure that you understand what makes them tick and what's going to get them to learn the quickest for you.